Yeah, look, I mean, people are going to say that we're the favourites to win the league, and, you know, they probably should. You know, the way that I see things is that we've got 36 competitive friendlies to prepare us for European games.
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to your run on the Impossible Dream. Today we start Season 11. It is obviously therefore Episode 1. We start the new league campaign away to Slaven Belupo, then our first home game in the league against newly promoted Dubrava. Hopefully, we'll be looking at 6 points from that. But as ever with a new season, let's have a look at where we stand as a club. I am the manager. Change in the leadership team. Lacko is our captain this year and Sanchez is the vice-captain. Butchman was previously captain, Lacko vice-captain. Now, a couple of things here. I am still the only legend at the club, but Rovis, Torres and Palumbo are icons, and then Matanovic, who of course has left us, as has Filip Pranjic. The chairman for some reason has got a favoured personnel, and Butchman as well is a favoured personnel, so that's all excellent. But yeah, we can see here we are obviously professional, 3.5 star rated team now, highly ambitious squad personality, which is good in a way, but it means they will be likely to want to leave as well. And the other thing that we haven't done, key player, is Torres, and Max Goujon is now our hot prospect. Now, he came through last season, I think, and has over the summer developed very nicely indeed, apparently. So not looking too bad for a 15-year-old there, is he? That's exciting to see. Now let's have a quick preview of the season, what we're expected to achieve. We are expected to win the league. Well, we didn't make the second round of the FIFA World Club Cup. That was, of course, over the summer. Be competitive in the Champions League. We've already qualified for the league phase, so we're going to do that. The Cup, we'll get there when we get there. And, of course, we've already won the Charity Shield thing as well. So that's all good. League season preview. And as we can see, we are once again heavy favourites to lift the title. So let's hope that that proves to be correct. The team of the season, not all our own way. There's a couple of Dinamo and I'm assuming Hajduk or that Osijek players in there. But yeah, more or less, it's our team. Interesting, none of our midfield get in there. Not even Montel, which is perhaps a little bit surprising. And then the key players in the league, if we go over here, obviously we have the two top guys in Pinta and Torres. And then we go down, and I don't think anybody is, in terms of our ex-players, has managed to get into the top two of any other team as of yet. So when we start seeing that on a regular basis, that's when we know that we've really hit the domination level. But as yet, we're not getting rid of players who go in and be a top two player in the rest of the league. So that just kind of is what it is, I suppose. No big deal. Now, the other thing we've got to clean up from last season is, of course, the goal that you voted our goal of the season. So let's go see which one that is. And it is the goal that I believe the game gave as well. This wonderful, flowing, counter-attacking goal, finished expertly by Lacko. Good goal in the Champions League, that one. But two matters at hand, and that is, of course, starting our league title defence. Going for 4 in a row, of course, we are away to Slaven Belupo. So let's hope we get a good result there. We're expecting a 4-4-2 out of them. And the team that we are sending out is... Now, we still have a couple of players out on international duty. The most disappointing one at the Copa something or other, Pan American something games, or I'm not sure where he is. He's with Mexico anyway, so we'll have to wait to see our new wonder kid attacking midfielder. So Pinta in goal, Sanchez, Monsalvo, and Butchman. Lacko is injured as well, so he misses this one. And the other players that are missing is Crespi, of course, with his injury that kept him out of the Club World Cup thing as well. So Torres and Kovacek will be the width. Then we've got Montel, Raz, Siraj, Mazzoleni, and Bertic, who has been horribly out of form. We need him back, though. We need him back. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. Any names that we recognise? Not former players, I don't think, unless one has slipped through there. Make sure we win. Let's stick to the game plan. It's nice and early in the season. We just need to, stick to the game plan. Hopefully it's a good one, which is always hit and miss with me. And, get this season off to a good start. Now, I think what we'll do is we will do what we usually do first game and sort of switch the team up. Injuries is sort of limiting our ability to do that to a point. And obviously the call up of the Mexican guy whose name I've got to learn. I can't just keep calling him the Mexican. It's going to sound like I'm being racist. But yeah, I mean, I am a closet Trump supporter, so, makes sense, I suppose, doesn't it? But yeah, we'll see. It was the Pan American. It was like a weird tournament that he got caught into. I think it was the Pan American Games or something. So it is obviously frustrating not to have him, but then equally, the Croatian season does start that little bit earlier, so that may well be part of the reason. It was brought to my attention that Sven Medzar literally translates to Sven the Hungarian, which is amazing. That because Sven, you just think he's Swedish, don't you? That's just where your head goes. So the fact that his name is and Siraj. I thought that was going in. I'm sure he did as well. Bertic with a corner. But yeah, I love that it's Sven the Hungarian. So maybe we start calling him the Hungarian. Or is he just Hungarian for goals? I'm here all week. Except for Friday. Bertic. And that is away. Montel should pick that up. No, he lets it go out for a throw, which is fine. We'll give them some more encouragement. And we'll continue on. So yeah, we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see how the season plays out again in Europe, obviously. Oh, it's off the crossbar, and it is a free kick for offside. Obviously, last year, the league as a whole did really well in Europe, with teams sort of going deep into the competition. So if we can do that again this season, then we could be in a position to really start and put a bit of pressure on the Dutch for that 6th ranked spot, which is where it starts to get a little bit juicy in terms of European spots. Kovacek! Oh, I tell you what, Kovacek scores some goals. He really, really does. He's in danger of becoming the best academy product we've ever had, I think. It's another wonderful strike. He had a few in goal the season last year. I think it's his 2nd nomination already for this season, and we've only played one game. He had a good one in the World Club Cup, I think, didn't he? But yeah, another cracking strike. And we know Torres on the other side isn't shy of a goal either, so potentially, yeah, there's a lot of goal threat in our wide players. Torres now, speak of the devil. Let's see if he can get an assist in here. Chips it towards Kovacek, who nods it down and sticks his own rebound away. Or does he? Raz is the one that is in question. I mean, Raz wasn't really involved. It has been given. Oh, the only thing would be if he was right in front of the goalkeeper. But here's Raz here. You can't be offside from your own... Oh, okay, so it did hit Raz. So he could, in theory, have been offside there. He's a little bit unlucky not to get the assist for that, in truth. And can Siraj get to that? No. Oh, I thought the ref was one of our players. Then he should be wearing a different colour, shouldn't he? Sanchez cuts out that pass nicely. Bertic to Mazzoleni. Good. Oh, it was almost perfect. Torres to Siraj. Siraj with a good first touch into space. Can he pull it back in front of goal? It's Torres! And it's the fullbacks that are getting it done. 3 goals, 2 from the left, 1 from the right. And it is 3-0 on this first game of the season. And, well, this is a pretty good way to start the season against one of last season's European teams. Oh, great goalkeeping, in truth. Reminder, of course, the transfer window is still open. We still have a lot of money to spend, both in terms of transfer fee and wages. So I would expect to see something before the end of the window, as Siraj just can't quite get a foot in there effectively enough. Monsalvo on a booking is ever so slightly concerning, as that is pinging around. Oh, I tell you what, there's miss of the season. And yeah, maybe a focus is required after that. We do have 3 good centre-backs on the bench. Of course, Jakubuski is the new boy. I will probably give him a full debut next game, as it's going to be a penalty. I'm not sure what happened there. If it is, I'm assuming that Bertic will take it. No, it's Kovacek on the hat-trick, and Kovacek is missed. Oh, boys. It would have been a really good one for Bertic to take that, but I think I have, if a player's on a hat-trick, he can take the penalty. I think I have that ticked. I never know. With the set-piece coach now as well, I never know who's doing what. Set pieces are just do your best, boys. Bertic. Another good one into the back post. It's underside of the crossbar. And, I mean, that can easily bounce down, hit someone and go back in, can't it? And we just, on that occasion, had luck desert us. So, let's avoid complacency. I'm thinking with 3 centre-backs on the bench and 1 on the field with a booking, Terninski might be the best option because it's fairly comfortable. And if he doesn't start the next one, it's not the end of the world. I definitely like to start Skolabar and Jakubusic. And then if we have to start somebody else that's played this one, then that's absolutely fine. Anything else? There's not too much that has happened really since last episode, obviously, because the last episode ended today game day, so not too much to catch you up on that front. As Bertic puts one just over the top. Weird to have sort of 3 goals and neither striker particularly doing well. Let's give them some praise, and maybe if we just look to make some changes here, let's take Raz off for Perso. Where are you, mate? And Montel off for Novak, I should say. Just try and get some of our young academy midfielders some game time in there. And we've got some defending to do, it looks like. A long throw incoming. Get that away. Not really. Must be said. Novak does well. It comes back in. I tell you what, they've missed 2 pretty good chances. And on another day, this could easily be 3-2. So we've not looked particularly fantastic in a defensive sense. But we have dominated possession. We have got the goals, but yeah, defensively, it's not particularly gone our way. Siraj with a ball in. It's away. Kovacic will pick that up. And goes back to Torres. Torres back to Kovacic. It's there for Sanchez. Sanchez for Perso. Perso rolled into space nicely there, didn't he? Back to Kovacic. I tell you what, Kovacic running the game from left back. Here we go with Bertic. Bertic! Oh, he scored! Please, please, first of all, please count. And then please let this be the return of Bertic. We know what a great player he can be. And it's not going to count. I think he needed the summer maybe to re-find himself, hopefully. And he's only just off. It's so marginal. It's the sort of one, isn't it, where when it goes against you, I think offside is the one thing that VAR really can do, because it is, you are either offside or you're not. But when they're so close like that and it goes against you, it is so infuriating, isn't it? Mazzoleni, and the goal has gone in. So, as convincing as it looks, there's definitely work to be done on a defensive sense. Because, like I say, they've missed 2 very, very good chances. And I just think another day we could well have been dropping points here. We'll give it a focus. And let's see if we can cancel that goal out. If they were to get another one now, I'd be getting nervous, that's for sure. Mazzoleni to Torres to Novak. Nice ball back for Mazzoleni, who's in. Mazzoleni! Oh, you'd expect him to put that away. And yeah, I mean, it's first game of the season, and we don't want to get too harsh on everybody, but yeah, this is that flatters us, I think. I think it does. But anyway, it's still a good win. Defensively, the match ratings are fine, so we'll go on to the next one. It can be difficult, can't it, to judge a performance just off of match ratings or just off of the highlights. I think what we saw from the game is that maybe defensively we weren't brilliant, but the match rating suggests that maybe those moments are few and far between. But there we go. We're top of the league, and unfortunately, Dinamo won as well. So there's the first one down. Just 35 more games to go. And Kovacic looking very, very good, as he usually does. And yeah, we'll come back to face newly promoted Dubrava in our first league game at the new stadium. Alright, welcome back. Now we've got some signings to catch you up on before we get to the Dubrava game. Let's start with the one that I regret. It is Philip Dolling, a 24-year-old backup goalkeeper. We've triggered a release fee of 1.2 million to get him. He's on 12 grand a week, which is kind of why I regret it. But equally, we have like so much money we can spend on wages, and it's not that big of a deal. Let's have a quick look at him. And what I wanted to get in was somebody who, if Pinter goes, and there is a lot of interest in Pinter, that we could that could come in and sort of take over, and we'd feel okay about it. So I think he more or less ticks that box. It is just, if Pinter stays, it is a lot of money, and I'm wondering, Kostic has really started to train on a lot since the Club World Cup. So I'm wondering now a little bit if I should have just backed him to be the backup guy. So I'm going to try and get him out on loan now, and Dolly will come in and be the backup. But yeah, I just wonder if that's going to prove to be a little bit of an expensive mistake. But time will tell on that front, I guess. But the other one, I'm more excited about this one. And it would be difficult to be less excited, wouldn't it? But it's Wilson Alvarez, a 22-year-old Bolivian. I don't think we've had a Bolivian before. 8 million, we triggered a release fee for him as well. He's on 29 grand a week as an important player. And what we've signed here is basically the sit hole replacement. He is going to come in for these European games and sit in front of the back three as it is. Good anticipation. He's got the passing. Tackling could maybe be a little bit better, as could positioning, but there is still room for him to develop a little bit, although maybe not based on the coaching summary. A model citizen as well, so he's going to do good on that front. Now, for a 22-year-old, he's played 158 games for, I think it's Sao Paulo, and yeah, that is very, very good experience. So this, I think, I'm hoping anyway, is going to be a very good signing for us. But it is Dubrava time. And we are expecting, again, another 4-4-2 out of them. And we are changing things up a little bit. Pinta in goal. Skolabar, Jakobusic on debut. And Monsalvo as the back three. Kovacic and Holt will go in wide areas. Palumbo, Zinko, Siraj, because we don't really have another number 10 that we could play. And then we've got Bertic changing role. And Madzar. Now, Bertic is unhappy now because we rejected bids for him. He's becoming a problem. His potential ability, we're not expecting to get any better. There is a very good chance that I will be cashing in on Alan Bertic this window. First things first, we need to wait for Lacko to come back from injury before we can do anything. But he's still a couple of weeks away. But yeah, he's testing my patience, is Bertic at this point. Okay, so we can see the team sheets here. Any familiar names in their lineup? I don't think so. The two new boys are on the bench, so we'll try. Well, maybe not the goalkeeper. We'll try and get Alvarez on at some point. I think, again, we'll just stick to the game plan. Now, as I said, this is our first league game at the new stadium, so let's hope we put on a good show. And, yeah, again, it's the same roof. We just use recycled corrugated iron, apparently. It's a very underwhelming new stadium, isn't it? It's got to be said. It doesn't look new at all. It looks like something that was built in the 1800s in England. I'm not happy with it. I'm really not pleased with it. But anyway. I'm glad it's not called the Aussie Villain Arena now. But look at that. That's rust. That is rust on a brand new roof. Unbelievable. Anyway. Let's see who is going to go and get the first league goal at the new stadium. Hopefully it'll be a Jarun player. And could it be Sven the Hungarian, I wonder? Here we go. Jakobusic to Skolabar. That's it there for Zinko. We did get a good bid for Zinko, sort of around 16 million. I toyed with the idea of selling him. I wanted 20. If I could have got 20, I think I would have sold him. The problem we have is, of course, trying to replace these players. We're at the point where he's offside, is Madzar there. It's at the point where it starts to get really expensive because the transfer fees for players that are better than what we have. Typically, at this point, we're having to go and sort of raid bigger clubs to get them as Palumbo goes down, but nothing given. Holt at the back post. And we're getting closer. So yeah, 20 million I think would have done it. Because Zinko he's a very, very useful player. Very, very useful. So I don't want to just, give up on him for next to nothing. Olmarkic has left on loan to Bordeaux. They wanted him, which I think maybe says something about the quality of Bordeaux this season. Kovacic. Go back to Jakobusic. Skolabar. Holt. Nice ball for Madzar. Oh, I tell you what. We need to do some finishing training with our strikers, don't we? Let's give them a focus. Kovacic with a throw. Siraj. It's not the greatest pass. They lump it forward, but we've picked it up again. Dinamo are now 3-0 up. Holt to Skolabar in there for Palumbo. Siraj! Oh, it's crossbar, then goalkeeper, and then it's hacked into touch. So half an hour gone and we are still waiting our first goal. Come on, boys. Come on. 6 shots, none on target. 60-odd% possession. And we've got another highlight. Holt to Zinko. Back to Holt. Crosses it towards the back post. Goalkeeper, easy in truth. And let's see where this goes. Is this Dubrava's first time up, or did they come up for one other season? I can't remember now. Obviously, we played them in our promotion season, but that's a long time ago now. Holt. Holt, ball in. Oh, how has that stayed out? Madzar, I think it was. Siraj now in front of goal, and it's hacked clear again. We are belting on the door, aren't we? We just can't get it down. Let's try an encouragement. Bertic again, not playing. I think we're going to have to cash in on him. We are just a tad short up front right now. But 10 shots, none on target, when Dinamo have put 6 away. I think... Can we just... You've been unlucky. We simply have to be better in front of goal. I mean, that's what needs to happen. That's a pretty factual statement, isn't it? So we'll go out there with the same team and see if they can get their act together. And if not, then changes will be made. Holt with a throw. Jakobusic to Zinko. Back to Skolaba. Back to Zinko. We did get the advice pre-game to pass a bit more direct, but from what I'm seeing, our passing is fine. We're creating chances. We're just not taking them. Siraj. Can he pull it back in front of goal? It's there for Zinko, and it's Madzar, or is it? I think Zinko... Madzar might be offside. Oh, it's... I don't know. It's disallowed, and still we wait for the first league goal at the new stadium. I'd love to know if Zinko's effort was on target. Yeah, they're both offside. And Madzar is almost certainly cancelled out our own goal there. If he'd left that, I'm fairly confident that was going in based on where Madzar was standing. So Zinko, rightfully, would be annoyed. Palumbo gets back nicely. Ball forward for Zinko. Zinko to Siraj. Siraj, Kovacic on his outside, and it's a heavy touch. And here come Dubrava the other way. We are primed for a smash and grab, aren't we? But good work there by Jabusic. Holt, good ball, and Siraj has missed now. Guys, what have we got to do to score a goal? Focus. And we've got defending to do. Ball in. Oh, good block from Holt. Palumbo will come away with it. And can we now... No, I was going to say go on the break, but no such luck. I mean, it's difficult to know exactly what we need to do here because we are essentially... I mean, we need to put shots on targets, what we need to do. All right. Bertic can come off for Mazzoleni. I don't love that he's looking nervous, but we'll make that change. And we will demand more while we're at it. 16 shots, 1 on target. I mean, we've got a kid on the bench. He can't do any worse than Madzar, can he, in truth? So let's make that change. Let's get Zinko off for Raz. And the only other player that's not playing well, really, other than the centre-backs in terms of match ratings, is Siraj. Do we give it a... Okay, let's try a no-pressure shout, although in truth we're looking motivated, so maybe that's not the best one we could have done. Alright, Siraj, you can come off as well for Haska, who's done well in the past. And maybe we do take the advice of raise the tempo up and see if that helps us at all. Surely not. Come on, boys. Let's get this one back. Go up the other end. Can we... Oh, Pinta with a huge save. We're going to lose this game, aren't we? You can just see it coming a mile away. There's a big part of me that would just take a draw now. They're certainly wasting time here, aren't they? Ball to the back post. Raz is there. Raz flicks it up. Not away, though. And Pinta claims it. Do we try a berating? Is that going to fire us up a little bit? Fires up the defense. The defense isn't necessarily the problem. It's the Muppets up front who couldn't score to save themselves. And, well, we won't score a first league goal today at the new stadium, which is disappointing, obviously. And that's one of those... I don't think we could not win that game again if we tried. That was... I mean, it's almost impressive. So we dropped points early to Dynamo, and not the greatest way to drop points at home to a newly promoted team who are favourites to be relegated again. So we failed to make chances pay. We certainly did. For Bertic, I think if we come back next episode and Bertic is gone, don't be surprised. I think it's probably the best way to say that. Inzaghi was there looking at Bertic. Who you, Schalke? I tell you what, I'm going to offer you out. I want to sell on because he's young, and I do think he is still potentially quite good. We could get 15 million and 50%. What did we pay for him? Does anyone remember? I'll have a look in a second here. We paid 3.5. So, yeah, he wasn't good last year. He's sulking. He's causing me problems, and he's not particularly playing well in the process. So that all adds up to see you, mate, doesn't it, really? But that'll do it for today. I will be back. I'm not sure. We'll come back probably somewhere around Hajduk, Osijek, Rijeka for the end of the transfer window and the Champions League starting. So somewhere around here we'll come back, and hopefully we've scored a few more goals between now and then. Take care.